One quote says, "Our greatest obstacles present the most opportunity." And my next guest's powerful story here demonstrate that you can also succeed in life even when confronted with a disability, just as long as you work hard and tap into your underutilized talent. So I'm so privileged to be listening to her captivating story. So here she is. Please say hello to Miss Universe Philippines 2024 contestant from Hawaii, Miss Bianca Tapia.
Hello. Thank you so much for having me, Adam. It's a pleasure to be here.
It's my pleasure to interview you for this series. You know, I've been wanting to get hold of you for this interview because I think you really have one of the most inspiring stories to tell here in this competition.
Thank you so much. I'm really looking forward to sharing my story to the universe.
So before we proceed with this interview, I would like to make a huge shout out to your camp, the camp official led by Sir Dudes and Sir Crisos Gamutan, and Sir Angel Comia for allowing us to use this venue for today's interview. So, you know what? Before we go into your story, let me just say how amazing you look good today. Wow.
Thank you.
Did you do this all by yourself?
Yes, actually. Sometimes, when you know your face so well, it's easier to do your makeup because you know what works for you. So it was so much fun getting ready today, listening to my favorite songs and just dancing and taking my time. Sometimes it's better that way for me.
I've been observing you for quite some time now, and I realize, you're slowly getting the hang of it. You've been getting the right makeup styling for your looks in the events that we've been seeing you lately. So, wow.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wow, so you've been learning great.
Thank you so much. Practice makes perfect, right?
Yeah. But you know what? The intro videos just came out last night, and for me, you had one of the most captivating intro videos for this year's competition. I enjoyed watching your video.
Yeah, I really tried to show my personality as much as possible because the people don't really have the time to get to know me. So when I make these videos, I really try to showcase who I am.
So do you play professional tennis?
I wish. I like to think I'm mediocre at all sports, but in my head, I'm a professional.
Wow, that's great. So what other sports have you been playing?
Tennis I played since I was a little kid. I was a cheerleader in college and high school and even in my younger days. And now I like to surf a lot. I'm actually a water baby. I'm a Pisces. And when I'm in the water, I just feel really like I'm in my element. And I know a lot of people get scared because there's sharks and a lot of fishes that might bite you.
Yeah.
Pero ako parang go lang, I'm very daring when it comes to the water. So it's really hard surfing, but for me, I like the challenge. Just like this pageant.
And why am I not surprised? Of course, you're hailing all the way from Hawaii,
yes.
which is known for its, scenic beaches and even shorelines. Yeah. So did you grew up in the water?
Yes, I just naturally gravitate towards the water, and I really hope one day I can just live 5 minutes walking distance to the water, so every day I could just do what I need to and meditate and be happy with my life.
It's nice that your parents expose you to sports as young as you were before.
Yeah, I don't think people really see the importance when you expose your children to sports. Not only does it help them discover what they enjoy, but it really also helps you see the importance of being in a group setting. It helps you set goals so that you can improve on yourself. So I'm really thankful, Mama and Papa, na you made me do all these sports.
Yeah.
Sorry for all the times that I complained.
So how did it play a factor while growing up there in Hawaii?
Which one?
Sports.
For me, sports is something, it was like a hit or miss. I was like, oh, I don't really like volleyball, for example. I tried that. But when I played tennis, I really enjoyed it. And now that I talk about this, it makes me realize it's almost like when you're looking for a job, like you try it and then you don't like it, right? So for me, when I was younger, it's kind of the same thing. When I'm trying all these sports, like I see what I love and I enjoy. And I think that's the most important thing that we need to realize in life, that we continue to do what makes us happy, so that when we look back, they're good memories, because, it's one life, and make the most of it.
I'm glad that you found an outlet that you really enjoyed, considering the childhood that you've had. As I've said earlier, I watched your intro video, and and you talk about your hearing disability there. So, and now seeing you right now, it didn't feel like you've had it before.
Yeah, actually, I feel like a lot of people don't think that I don't have it, but mostly my hearing disability comes when I'm not able to see people's mouths, when I'm in the car, when I'm in the back seat and I'm talking to the driver. Oh my God, worst idea ever, because I will not be able to understand what you're saying. So it's really an obstacle for me when it comes to those scenarios, or when I'm watching movies. Parang yung katabi ko, lagi ko tinatanong, anong sinabi nila? Kasi I can only pick up about 30% of what's happening, because so when I'm watching movies, I just like to put it together based on what I'm seeing. Pero my hearing talaga, it's not there. But when I'm face to face with people, it's not that difficult. And I also learned to be confident. When I was younger, I would read books. I did cheerleading so that I would, do chants. We would say chants as loud as possible so the crowd can hear us. And when I participated in all these activities, and even when I ran for president for my school and I would deliver speeches, these are all things that put me outside of my comfort zone, para I can move past it. Because when I was a little kid, I was like really, parang I felt sheltered and insecure, and I was afraid to speak up for myself. Sometimes I just choose to stay quiet kasi nahihiya ako magsalita. When I was younger, my mouth, my oral movement of the mouth, it wasn't nice to look at, and I felt really insecure about it because I didn't know how to move my mouth correctly, since I really couldn't hear. And as time progressed, I picked up on the things that I needed to do and just really looked at the bright side. I focused on what I can control.
How did you learn to go past through that particular difficult stage of your life? Because let's face it, it could have really affected you negatively. But when I look at you now, it's not that you're not dwelling on it, but you're just choosing to acknowledge that particular episode of your life as a reminder of how you've come a long way from that particular episode of your life.
When I think back on all the negative comments I received, like, why do you say it like that? Or itong correct way ang pagkasabi, like, I realize now that those people that made me feel less, they're not in my life anymore. And that's like a big reflection for me, because it shows me that I chose to keep the ones that cared about me most, who pushed me to do my best, and who was, patient, encouraging at the same time. And that made me think that in life we really need to keep the ones who push us to do better and who help shape us become the best version of yourself. And for me, that's really helpful, because when I have even just one or two people that's constantly supporting me, that helps me stay grounded and forget the negative comments that I'm receiving from people that don't matter.
Wow. So overall, what I'm getting from you, what kind of feelings were you having while growing up as you encountered this in relation to your disability?
I felt like held back.
Held back.
I didn't really feel like I understood or was involved in the group settings, or I always, because I was always so silent, I didn't feel included, or I wouldn't include myself, and people saw that I was insecure. And it was only when I took action that I was able to move past it, like things that I really didn't imagine I would be doing,
Like,
like starting a big club in high school that stood up for people with disabilities. That was something that I am really proud of, and up till this day that I'm super happy that I did, because it sticks up for people that are marginalized.
so from that moment, you discovered that you had a secret power. That you
Yes.
can, that particular club or organization that you organized could really turn your life around and make your self-confidence shine further.
Yeah, because it was such at a young age. I mean, I was in high school, and it's called Best Buds Club. And basically what it is, yung students with disabilities, I paired them up with a student from the general student body population. And every week, once a week, we would do activities together, whether it be drawing, coloring, or just really just having a chat, or having food parties, diba? So these were normal things that they finally got to be a part of. They finally got to hang out with people that are not only, disabled, but they were able to see outside of what they can be. And I think that was something that I felt too, and it was so uplifting for me to see that these children who should never feel insecure, discover that they can be much more, and that they're just as equal as those who are from the general student body population.
Wow,
Yeah.
wow. So from that particular moment of your life to where you are now, I wonder, how did beauty pageants come into play?
Yeah. My very first pageant, Miss Philippines USA, I just had this drive. I'm the type of person who cannot stop at one goal. And when I saw the opportunity to join Miss Philippines USA, I said, why not? This can really help me expand on the things that I care about, because I know my favorite thing about pageantry is the nonprofit, is when we do charity work. And that's really what inspired me to join pageantry, because I really think that I can be a loud voice for those who can't speak for themselves. And on top of that, I really just wanted to be connected to my Filipino heritage since I grew up in the United States. And it really did help me be connected, because not only did I just join one pageant, but I also joined another Filipino pageant after that, which was Miss Filipina International.
Yeah, where you place in the top 5.
Yes.
And now it's affording you the chance to be part of this year's roster for Miss Universe Philippines.
Yeah.
So how has been the experience so far here? Can you compare your experience so far here in Miss Universe Philippines to those pageants that you have already competed before?
Yeah. With Miss Universe Philippines, it's been short so far. It's only been a month, but I can already see how things are transpiring, how things are planned, and it's really, really so different, as in intense. And I can see that Filipinos care so much about pageantry. I mean, they do it in high schools, they do it in local provinces. It's not only Miss Universe Philippines, it's everywhere you go in the Philippines. It's left and right. And for me, that's like a beautiful thing to see, because I see how invested you all are in it. And in America, on the other hand, it's much more relaxed. It's not a 3-month-long pageant. It's more so like 1 week. But the main difference for me is that I think although Miss Philippines USA and Miss Filipina International developed me into the woman that I am today, I am really excited to be a part of Miss Universe Philippines, because I can already tell it's gonna push me to be the strong woman that I want to be, because of all the challenges that I'm gonna face. And I really see challenges as a growth opportunity. I'm not afraid of it. I see it as a chance for me to be a superwoman.
Can you shed more light about it? How has beauty, how have you equated beauty to being a superwoman?
How have I created beauty to be a superwoman?
Or equated beauty to a
I
superwoman?
really think beauty as a woman is just going for the things that you want, not letting people hold you back. Because as a woman, especially in the earlier time of life, we were so used to male dominance and following what males wanted for us to do and just being the housewife. But I think in this time, it's legendary. It's a legendary time to be a woman because we can be anything. And I think beauty is really just shooting for what resonates with you most. Because when we follow what we are passionate about and what we want to complete in this life, and if I die tomorrow and look back in my life, will I say, oh, I'm so happy with everything that I did? I want every woman to be able to know that they can be that they can die tomorrow and be happy with the things that they did. I think that's what beauty is.
So it's more about what is inside here.
Yes, how you push yourself to be the best version of yourself talaga. That to me is so beautiful. It's not about the external.
Which, if you think about it, is a perfect manifestation of what you've been through in life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, with all the different challenges that you went through. I really admire women like you who were able to overcome something in life while as young as they can be. So imagine, probably nobody, not even a single problem could face you later on as you deal with so many challenges in life. Is my assumption correct?
Yeah, and that's why I really encourage people that if you're struggling or if you're sad, just know that you're gonna bounce back stronger. Because when you're able to overcome such devastating situations in your life, it only pushes you to be as powerful as you can be talaga. And even not only women, everyone, men and women. And I just really think that we are all so capable of doing anything if we just look past our mistakes and our downfalls, because I really think in life what's meant for us will find us.
And I think that's one of those biggest takeaways that we could get from you. But I want to find out specifically, how were you able to overcome from that circumstance now where everything where the things that have been stacked against you, you were able to turn it around and channel it into something positive?
Whew. Well, I think back then I was much more of a pushover. I would just yes lang ako ng yes lagi. I always did what others wanted for me. And when I took the moment to realize that this is my life, nobody has the right to tell me what I get to do in my life. I am the author of my own story, and therefore I should be the one deciding and navigating my own life. It's all a mentality, and when you flip that switch, everything changes, and that's exactly what I did.
How do you see yourself 5 to 10 years from now?
Oh my god, I'm so delighted, so happy that I made it this far, because I don't think little me would have thought that I would be sitting in this chair talking to you, Adam, about little me, about insecure, sad. I didn't feel inspired back then, but when I flipped that switch, I became everything I wanted to be. It was an endless amount of opportunities once you believe in yourself. And I chose to believe in myself. And looking at myself now, I think it's never gonna end. I'm just gonna live this life continuing to chase goals and doing things for others. Because for me, when it comes to a role in this life, and any career path, what makes me happiest is when I give back and coach people, advise them, inspire them. And I think that's why I'm so fit for this role as Miss Universe Philippines Hawaii.
When I listen to a story like yours, it makes me realize that there is something valuable that we could get out of thriving here in this industry. Me as a fan slash a commentator, for you as a contestant. So there seems to be a point for beauty. There is a human point for beauty, especially if I relate it to your case.
Yeah, I think you and anybody else can see the beauty in your life and the beauty within. There's so much to unlock, you know, at any age. I don't think it's ever too late to start now.
Yeah.
Diba?
But then again, beauty is subjective. Diba? What you may see, how you are seeing it is far different from how other people are seeing it. So
Yes.
how do you reconcile that with our
That
differing
beauty is
opinions?
objective.
Yeah.
I can understand why people think beauty is objective, because when you first pass by someone or when you first take a glance at them, like parang mesmerizing talaga, parang wow, this person is so beautiful, right? But once they talk is when it really hits you, because I have met so many externally beautiful women and men in my life, but the question is, did they make me feel good? Did they treat others with respect? Nakikita ko ba yung beauty that they exude to others and themselves? Are they positive about themselves? Are they positive about others? Do they say good things about other people? Or do they say bad things? Yun talaga eh. That's why for me, I admire lang. When I see people that are externally beautiful, I admire them, but I don't glamorize externally beautiful people, because to me, beauty is how people inspire others.
Can the whole world look at beauty from a non-physical point of view? Just
Yeah.
like how you are looking at it right now.
Yeah. And
Could the beauty industry in the whole universe be considered as a multi-billion industry even from that kind of point of view? Where inner beauty far outweighs everything else.
I think that's the beauty in life, that we can constantly transform and evolve into something that actually resonates with people more. And it's so nice for me to see all the changes that have happened in the pageant industry. For example, lifting the age limit or lifting the gender identity. These are things that I see that are going to continue to progress. Like, when someone is so beautiful within, I think people will see that, and I think it won't matter anymore if you're physically mesmerizing, because that can only take you so far.
What strides or progress that you would still like to be implemented here in this beauty landscape?
I think really I'd like to see more people or the industry focusing on how an individual can make an impact on their community, what experiences have they had, and also for me as a Filipino American who was required to have a Filipino passport, joining this Miss Universe Philippines pageant, I think that should also be lifted, because you can see that I am very devoted to my Filipino community. And although I am a dual citizenship, I think that every and any Filipino should be able to join Miss Universe Philippines.
And you are indeed in the right organization. So, as much as I want to talk to you longer, there is no doubt that you are one of the candidates to look out for in this year's competition. Make that a silent dark horse or spoiler. How would you like to be considered?
Whatever you guys want to see me as, I'll take it.
I see the potential. I really see the potential. You know,
Thank you.
I really look at you now as a cocoon, you know, about to come out or metamorphose to a beautiful butterfly about to soar high. And yeah, that's how I'm seeing you right now. Like, you know, as I get to see you girls often, all the more I realize your brand of beauty.
I appreciate it, Adam. Thank you. That means a lot.
Yeah, very relatable, very charming, easy to get along with.
Aww,
yeah.
Ikaw din. Thank you for all
So it is in my hope that you will really do well in the competition so that you'll be able to really enjoy, maximize the platform of what this organization has. So
I appreciate it. That was very encouraging, and I'm really ready to keep moving forward, take it one day at a time, and I had such an enjoyable time here with you.
As my last question.
Okay, isa pa pala.
Given how you are gifted with such great communication skills, as early as now, what makes you that phenomenal transformational Filipina that MUPH organization is looking for in a winner right now?
I think I'm an individual who cannot have enough knowledge. I'm always itching for more. Like, how can I know more? Even if it's someone that I don't agree with, how can I understand them and put myself in their shoes? And for me, that's really, 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 really the most powerful thing in the world, because if you can be balanced and open-minded with every individual you can encounter, you can make the biggest changes in the world. You can inspire endless amount of people. And for me, I just can't wait to meet every person that I encounter here during my journey at Miss Universe Philippines, because I love learning from you, from my camp, and for all the leadership team in Miss Universe Philippines, all the girls that I get to meet, the candidates. Ang dami kong natututo, and that's just something that I continue to wake up for every day, to learn more.
And indeed, you'll keep learning more in the next few months. So there you go, guys. I hope you had a great time listening to Miss Bianca's inspiring story here. Please stay tuned for more interviews that I'll be doing in the next few months. Until my next video, bye!
Thank you so much!